This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Association of Wheat Growers and the Kansas Wheat Commission. Together, we are Kansas Wheat.
Good morning and welcome to Farm Factor on Ag AM in Kansas. My name is Conrad Kabus, and today we're talking about big data. Big data is a blanket term for any collection of data sets so large and complex that it becomes difficult to process using on-hand data management tools or traditional data processing applications. The way we've seen big data integrated into agriculture is through producers participating in large data agencies, companies like John Deere and Monsanto and other influences. Producers provide them with information about their farm, and then the companies get back to them with data to benchmark with other farms. This is a concept sweeping across the Midwest, and especially in the state of Kansas. And on today's show, we talk with several people involved in big data at a conference in Kansas City. The MC at the event was Mary Kay Thatcher, who expressed her background with data collection.
I would say that I think that there has already been some real progress made, and I'll give you an example on either side because I think I know for me that when I went into this debate, and probably at least for the first 6 months of the debate, and you would ask a company, I know we asked every one of those companies we met with, who owns the data, and the answer came back, the farmer owns the data.
And if the farmer owns the data, that raises even more questions.
You own the data if you own the data. And that made sense to me. And, you know, we went on to talk about the idea of, is it the tenant that owns the data or is it the landlord? And what if I cost share it? And if I'm a co-op and I'm spraying it, does the co-op own the data or does the farmer own the data? And if I say the tenant owns the data, but the landowner later gets held liable for some kind of environmental compliance, how's the landlord going to know if they're complying or not? So a whole host of things which really did come back to you own the data if you own the data. And I think for us, one of the first things we have to educate our farmers about is you better go make sure you got the right contract with your landlord or with your co-op or with the company that owns the precision hardware to know who owns the data before you ever start.
It's important for farmers to be cautious when participating in big data collection, but that shouldn't warn them off. Big data has helped thousands of farmers across the U.S. already and is picking up steam in our neck of the woods. And it's not just data, it's technology too. Listen to Scott Robinson, president of Farmlink, as he talks about the sudden increase of technology in our society.
Well, I think that in the last few years, you've seen just a dramatic change in the acceptedness of using new technologies and data to actually improve performance. There's a better understanding of how to actually use information and data and analytics, although it's still early days. There's still a lot more data than people know how to harness the actual productivity from, and so you're starting to see more and more tools and analysis being done, which is going to benefit the farmer.
With that drastic change in technology, farmers can anticipate their local co-ops, ag services, and dealerships to beef up on technology and data usage. Thanks in large part to a concept known as precision agriculture, Monsanto and John Deere are among the companies scrambling to help farmers do more with their exploding volumes of data. Stay tuned to our show of Farm Factor today as we explore more programs over big data with topics ranging from the Climate Corporation to data security to even Google Glass. And right after the break, we learn how technology can help you and your farm operation. Stay tuned.
This hog is head over hoof for meal made from U.S. soybeans. Now, one hog isn't that impressive, but suppose we add another, and another, and another. Before long, you've got billions of hungry customers around the world all clamoring for the same thing. Our soybeans. Learn more about the billion-dollar appetite of animal agriculture at BeyondTheElevator.com. Brought to you by America's soybean farmers and their checkoff.